Hello friends, a very good evening to all of you. So I hope all of you are fine and safe at your places. So as I mentioned in my last video that I'll be coming up with very short videos or small videos that related to the particular topic of the Companies Act. So today I'm going to discuss amendments in the Companies Act that will be relevant for your December 2020 exams. I'll be doing the recording of few topics or maybe topics related to Companies Act in different portions, so that will be a small video and which can be easily viewed and understood by the students. So now today I've decided to discuss about amendments in the incorporation chapter. So what are the amendments that have been introduced by Ministry of Corporate Affairs in the last 1 year, and those are applicable to your December 2020 exams. I'll be sharing a PPT that related to amendment which I have prepared, so that I'll be marking over there so you can understand what exactly that amendments have been introduced for incorporation. Right? In the year 2019, I'm sure you must be aware, one amendment came which was talking about introduction of firm agile, that is application for registration of goods and service tax identification number GST, ESI, Employee State Insurance Corporation, and Employees Provident Fund Organization registration, PF. So basically, in 2019, there was an amendment in the Companies Incorporation Rule, which talked about registration of GST, ESIC, and Provident Fund. Right? So the government introduced a new form, Agile INC 35, which was a linked form, which is a linked form with the SPICE INC 32. As we know, for incorporation, we have three forms that is required to be filed, that are required to be filed. Number one is SPICE 32, SPICE INC 32 for incorporation, where we need to mention the details of the subscriber. Along with that, we have to attach e-memorandum, e-article of association, INC 33 and INC 34. And then it was INC 35, which was introduced in 2019. And the name was given Agile. If you can see, the name has been taken from the registration which we need to done while filing the SPICE 32, like application for registration of GST, right, employee state insurance, and PF, right, EAPFO. So now, so they have taken the alphabets Agile from this only. Got it? So it was in 2019 which was introduced in, and they mentioned the different dates as well, like it was introduced from 31st of March 2019, then PF was that came into force on 8th of April, and employee state insurance that came from with effect from 15th of April, right? In the year 2020, again they have modified it and introduced Agile Pro. So this is from 18th of February 2020, that is Companies Incorporation Amendment Rule 2020. Now what they have done is, in Agile Pro, now they have mandatorily included another registration. Number one is profession tax, right? And opening of a bank account with effect from 23rd of February 2020. So now that means in Agile Pro, we have five things that has to be done, five registration that is required to be done. One is GST, another one is employee state insurance, ESI. Number three is provident fund. Number four is your professional tax, and number five is the opening of a bank account. In all these four things, what government says, as far as GST is concerned, it is not mandatory. If you want to opt for GST, then you need to apply for GST in SPICE in Agile Pro, which will be filed as a linked form in SPICE Plus form, SPICE 32. So I'll come to SPICE Plus as well, right? But as far as PF or ESI is concerned, they said with effect from 23rd of February, it is mandatory for the company to go for the registration, although no separate registration number will be allotted by the respective department, right? Opening of a bank account, yes, again they have made it mandatory to opening a bank account in while filing a SPICE Plus SPICE 32 INC 32 form. Government has tied up with some certain banks like Punjab National Bank, State Bank of India, ICICI, Kotak Mahindra Bank, in which you can open an account, right? Although the government is in process of getting it tie up with other banks as well, but as of now, portal only few banks are available, where you have to click yes, I'll be opening a bank account, in any of these banks, right? As far as profession tax is concerned, it is not applicable anywhere. It is mandatory only for Maharashtra. This bullet will be applicable only when you will feel that this company will be going to be incorporated in Maharashtra, right? If it is in other than Maharashtra, then professional tax is not mandatory as of now, right? So 5 things that we have to taken care of at the time of incorporation. We have to go for registration under 5 different authorities, right? So I'll repeat again: GST, your employee state insurance, your provident fund, your profession tax, and your opening of a bank account. Now the question comes, if I've clicked on a bank, let's say ICICI Bank, because all the banks have not been linked with that spice with the Agile Pro, right? And the government is in the process of doing the tap with the various banks. So as I said, only few banks have been registered with or registered or maybe linked with that that government Ministry of Corporate Affairs, in which you can open a bank account, right? So what are we doing practically? So like my client needs to open an account with a corporation bank, or let's say with a Canara Bank, but in scroll down button there is a list where we click that opening a bank, or we need to open a bank account in a Canara Bank, but we are not able to select it because maybe the government has not done the tab with that bank. So mandatorily we have to click on either on ICICI Bank or maybe PNB or maybe SBI. So those bank which has a tab with the government, right? So what do we do practically? So we click on the bank, ICICI Bank. Rest the formality will be done by bank, where it's like a declaration by the promoters or the subscribers. We declare that we will be opening an account with that bank, and we have authorized that bank to contact us for the purpose of opening of a bank account. So this is what we are doing. We're clicking on the bank, maybe your ICICI or other bank, which is there in the list of MCA, which are active as of now. So practically, few companies are not opening a bank account in that bank. So they are opening a bank account in Canara Bank only, let's say. But it's a formality. It is a mandatory requirement. Without this, we cannot even move forward, right? So now Agile, that has been deleted, in place of Agile Pro that has been introduced. So Pro, again, it was taken for professional tax, registration under profession tax, and for opening of a bank account, right? And make sure Agile Pro is mandatory linked form to be filed with Spice 32, INC 32, because without this you won't be able to file incorporation form. I'll tell you how it works basically. And also in form Spice 32, the government has introduced the form Spice Plus. Spice Plus. So they've introduced the word plus, Spice Plus. Why they are saying Spice Plus now? What is being happened now? In case of Spice Plus, the form which is required to be filed, initially what we used to do is we used to file PDF form. We need to fill the PDF form and we need to submit it, sign it, and submit to the MCA portal. Now, what is happening is, so we are not filing, we are not filling the information on a PDF form. It is all web based now. So I'll show you on the MCA portal as well. So where what you need to do is you need to fill the information on web based, right? Fill all the information like your any information you're filling on the internet, right? So after that it will be converted into a PDF form. Then PDF form has to be signed. You won't be able to do any changes in the PDF. If you want to change certain things after filling the form, so again you have to go to that MCA site. On the web-based utility is there, then and there only you have to change it, then again convert it into PDF form. So they have changed the concept of incorporation, right? Incorporation in the sense they have changed the concept of filling of forms, filling of forms for the purpose of incorporation. So that's why they have changed the name from Spice to Spice Plus, and Agile from Agile to Agile Pro. So that means if we are going for incorporation, so we can easily say for incorporation we have to go with Spice Plus. This is again form number INC 32, then Agile Pro, that is INC 35, then we have EMOA, then we have EAOA, right? We have EMOA and EAOA, that is in form number INC 33 and then in INC 34. Right? So these are the forms which are required to be filed for the purpose of incorporation. Along with INC 9, we also have, but still I'm going for amendments. So I'm just discussing that part. Right? So now how to file, how to basically, file this form. So I'll let you know, I'll show on the website of the, on the portal of MC as well. But before that, again, there was substitution of rule number 9. Rule number 9, if you know something about rule number 9, basically it talks about reservation of name, for availability of name. Right now what they have changed in rule number 9 with effect from 23rd of February, now they are saying you are not supposed to file form run, which was a web based utility where we used to file, apply for the name on run. Right now for incorporation we are not supposed to file or submit run form. Instead of this, now this form, the name availability will be done in Spice Plus only. Spice Plus only. I'll show you how. So now that means if I'm going to incorporate a company, right? So I'm not supposed to submit run. I'm not to apply for the name separately through another utility which is run, right? The name will be applied in Spice Plus only. So when you will see the Spice Plus has been divided into two parts, part A and part B, right? Part A talks about reservation of name and part B talks about application for incorporation. So now it's up to you whether you want to file part A first and wait for the approval of name, then go for the part B, or it's up to you, or if you want you can go for part A simultaneously for incorporation. If you don't want to apply for the name, you directly, you want to go for the incorporation directly and you will apply for the name then and there only. Right? If you know something about it, how incorporations are being done in now in India, like the thing is, if you want to incorporate a company, you have to go, you have to reserve the name, right? So if you don't want to reserve the name before incorporation, you want to go for directly, you want to go for the incorporation directly, you can apply for the name at the time of incorporation only. So now you can do the incorporation in two parts, in two different parts, maybe in two different steps, I would say. One is reservation of name and then incorporation. Or it's up to you. If you are very sure of the, very sure about the name, definitely you will get the name. There will not be any objection for the name. So you can directly go for the incorporation and apply for the name then and there only, in single step only. Right? So now if you want to apply for the name, right? So run is not there now for incorporation. Run is not there. So you have to apply, you can apply for the reservation of name in Spice 32 only. Right? In Spice 32 only. But run is still there. I said run is not, run utility is still there. Run now will be used only for the application for reservation of name in case of an existing company which wants to change name. So make sure run is there. Run is there, but now run will be used. Application for name will be filed through run utility only in case of change of name by an existing company. But for the purpose of incorporation, now run is not there. Now you have to move through Spice Plus only part A. Part A of the Spice Plus with effect from 23rd of February, which we will discuss. I'll show you on the portal how it part A and part B is mentioned. Right? So this is how it happens. So let me, before we move further, so let me show you how it happens basically. So I'll share another screen with you guys. Give me 2 minutes. I'll do the login on MCA portal. Right, so I'm going to share another screen. This is Ministry of Corporate Affairs website. I'm sure you must have seen the screen, the Ministry of Corporate, how it looks like, right? So now in this, once you log in, so there is a MCA service, right? There is a Spice Plus. This you can use only after login. So I'm sure you must be knowing that. Now, this is a Spice Plus new application or existing application. Existing application in the sense, if you need to resubmit something, you need to make the modification, you need to do the modification, or if you have applied for the name through Part A, now which is approved now, so you need to go for the incorporation, then you will go for the existing application. Now, this is Spice Part A. Part A is only for the purpose of name reservation. Okay, this is a name reservation. Okay, which company you want to incorporate, that's it. So the moment you will move further, right? The moment you will move further, so you will do the submit. In submit, it will show, it will ask you okay, whether you want to go for reservation of the name, or you want to move further towards part B, where you can incorporate the company as well in a single step. The benefit is, what you can do is, if you will go for the incorporation directly, then you will be saving 1000 rupees, which is a fees for the name reservation. So it's up to you. So basically, what do we do if we are very much of sure that this name will not be rejected, not resemble with any trademark, will definitely get this name? So what do? We always go for incorporation part A and part B simultaneously in a single step. But if we are not sure whether the name will be available or not, there may be some issue, maybe ROC may reject the name. In that case, we always advise the client to first file part A. The part is only for us only, so we advise him to first apply for the name reservation. Once name will be approved, right, that is available for 20 days, then after that we can go for the incorporation. This is how we advise the client, right? So it's up to you whether you want to go for part A and part B simultaneously, or you can go for part A and then after approval of name, then go for the part B. So in the website only, you will see when you click on the Spice Plus, you can also also see that better the lot of things which you can see online on your own. If you click on that, and if you go to the MCA portal, the helpline is there, guideline is there, some practical things you can see, right? Here we have the detailed instruction for the Spice Pro and Agile Pro, Spice Plus, EMOA, EOA, so everything is there. So if you want to, you can go for the help is, you can have a FAQs or detailed instructions over there, so you can have more understanding. Now look at this. So this is an existing application which is pending on my portal, which we have applied. Right, so now the whatever the application I filed in the last few months, whenever I have incorporated the company in the last few months, the details will be here only. Now this is when did I apply this, when did I apply this. So once I click on that, that was a dummy thing which I tried, ABC XYZ. It was dummy, but it's still there, right? So now application number will be allotted to me, so I will click on that, part A and part B, right? I just tried when the concept came in February 2020. So I tried to file it just to check how basically it works, so that I can advise to my client, or I can speak to my students how basically it works, right? So this is basically the same, part A, then part B, right? I did not apply for the name. It was only for the purpose of checking, because you can see it's a dummy name which I'm using, ABC XYZ Private Limited. So it cannot be like this only, but I'm just checking it for purpose of understanding. So I did that, right? So now major amendment that was introduced in incorporation is introduction of Agile Pro from February 2020. Number one. Number two, Spice Plus form was changed. Now the methodology has been changed to go for incorporation. Instead of filling the information in PDF form, we have to fill everything electronically online, like we fill any form online. Then after that, we need to convert it into PDF form and get it signed by the subscribers and director, then file it with ROC, right? Number three, for run they have deleted for the purpose of incorporation for the new name. So now name has to be applied in part A only, which is in Spice Plus. So this is a major change. But make sure, as I mentioned earlier, run is there. Run has not been deleted for the for existing company which wants to change its name, right? The run web-based utility run will be used for reservation of name. Clear? Now, next another amendment that was introduced. In case of Section 8 company, non-profit organization, in sub rule 1, in place of form number INC 12, INC 32, now we can say Spice Plus shall be substituted. Now, what is the impact now? You know what is the purpose of INC 20, INC 12? INC 12 is for the purpose of application for obtaining license for Section 8 company, right? So now what have they done? They have merged the system of obtaining license in Spice form only, in INC 32 only. Now you are not supposed to file a separate application for license, separate application for obtaining license for non-profit organization to central government, because the power is again delegated to ROC only, right? So now what they have done, instead of filing a separate application in INC 12, do one thing, go for in incorporation only, INC 32. So if you're going to incorporate a non-profit organization, so you're not supposed to file INC 12. You are going for Spice Plus Part A that we discussed, then again Part B for incorporation. Then and there only you will apply for the license as well. So now INC 12 will not be there for incorporation. But again, just try and understand this. What about those company? Because Spice Plus is only for the purpose of incorporation, right? What about those company which is a profit making organization, right? And now which wants to get itself converted into a non-profit organization, right? So mine is a private company which I incorporated, let's say maybe 10 years back, right? So now today I want to convert. So today I want to convert my company into a non-profit organization. Now what to do, right? For that company, INC 12 is there. For that company, if an existing profit making organization, profit making company wants to get itself converted into a Section 8 company, then you have to apply license in form number INC 12, right? But for incorporation of Section 8 company, INC 12 will not be used now. So not that application for obtaining license has been merged with INC 32 only, right? So but be very sure, again, don't get confused. In incorporation, I mentioned earlier, run form is not deleted now. Run the utility is not deleted. It's only for run now is only for existing company to change its name. Similarly, INC form has been substituted in place of IN 32 only for the purpose of incorporation of Section 8 company. But for obtaining of a license by an existing company, INC 12 is still there. So if someone will ask you whether INC 12 has been deleted or not, you will say no, INC 12 is there, but for incorporation, license will be applied in Spice only, in INC 32 only. But for existing company, for obtaining license, yes, you will have to go for INC 12 only. Now, insertion of Section 10A, commencement of business. Again, so I'm sure you must be knowing that every company which is having a share capital shall not commence business unless that company files a declaration with registrar in form number INC 20A. And let me tell you, this commencement of business declaration was initially there in 2013 Act, right, in Section 11, but which was deleted in 2015 by Companies Amendment Act 2015. I don't know how it came to the mind of government. Again, now they have introduced again the concept of commencement of business, right? A declaration to be filed by a company after incorporation within 180 days that company has received the subscription money. Every subscriber has paid the subscription money, and company will file the register with the registrar a verification of registered office. If you have not confirmed the registered office at the time of incorporation, because if you know, at the time of incorporation we decide whether the registered office will be this or whether company will decide the registered office after incorporation, right? So within 30 days, you have to file INC 22 with the registrar if you have not confirmed the registered office at the time of incorporation, right? So these two things to be mentioned in form number INC 20A, right? After that, you would be able to commence any business, and make sure it is applicable for every company, whether it's a private company or public limited company, right? So unless you will not file this declaration, you won't be able to commence any business. Not only business, it says you will not be able to exercise any borrowing powers, because sometimes that question comes to the mind of my clients. So maybe you can ask, sir, we cannot commence business, right? Can we borrow money from bank? But it is strictly prohibited. Even you can't do anything. First, let the subscriber to put the money in within 180 days, right? Again, due to this COVID situation, government has extended the time of this another 180 days, like for this filing of commencement of business declaration, right? But make sure, and practically, even, you know what, even you, unless you will not file 20A, if you want to do certain changes in the company, like management is changed, or maybe you want to allot further shares, or maybe you want to file any form with registrar, right? You won't be able to file anything unless you will not file this declaration. You have that, practically the technically system will stop you. You have not filed this, so you won't be able to file any form, right? So this is what happened to one of my client who wanted to increase the share capital, right? So it was very urgent. So the moment we were supposed to file, we tried to file form number SS7. This is what I told him, we won't be able to file it. So I said, just try it because it's very urgent. 20A we'll see later on, right? First file SS7, it's very urgent. The moment we filed, technically system stopped us. You have not filed INC 20, you won't be able to file SS7. Then they didn't have any choice. So they filed INC 20A first, then they moved to SS7, right? Again, there is some procedure. It says key penalty and all that, the complete section. The impact, I said, reproduction of section 11, which was omitted by Companies Amendment Act 2015, right? Last but not the least, another important amendment, Rule 8 was substituted and 8A was introduced. In 8A, there was a point, in case your name resemble, basically Rule 8 and 8.8b talks about the undesirable names, the name which may or may not be available by registrar. So now in 8A, the major amendment they have introduced is, they are saying now, if your name, before this amendment it was there, if your name resemble with any trademark which is registered trademark, or even if any person who has applied for the trademark, it is not yet registered, he has applied, my application is pending, right? But it is not registered, because there may be a possibility it will be rejected, it will be under objection, or I may get the registration of my trademark, right? But even if the name resemble with any trademark which is registered, or even which is applied for registration, not yet registered, you have to obtain NOC or consent from that applicant or owner of the registered trademark. Okay, I want to use your trademark as my name, in my name, so please give me NOC. Right? So we used to face very problem practically, because generally we used to say ROC ki you are rejecting my name on the basis that someone has applied for registration of trademark, but it is not yet registered, but he has applied. So what is my fault? So there may be a possibility he may or he may not get the trademark. So why you are rejecting my name on the basis that he has applied for the trademark, right? Now this was a very good amendment, was done in incorporation rule. So they've deleted the word applicant for registration. That means if I'm applying for a name of a company which resembles with the trademark, which is not yet registered, which is under maybe under process, or maybe application has been filed but not yet registered, right? In that case, ROC will not raise objection, will not reject my name on that ground, right? ROC will not reject that name on that ground. Right. So these are the few amendments. Rest amendment that will be related to alteration, memorandum, and article that we'll do in the next class. So these are the few major amendments which I wanted to discuss in the incorporation. Right. So today what we have discussed is change in the process of incorporation since February 2020, where they have introduced the concept of Spice Plus and Agile Pro, and they have changed the system of incorporating a company. So instead of filing the filling the PDF form, right, the form in a PDF format, so we are now filling the information online, then we are converting that information into PDF form, then get it signed, then we are signing it, and then we are filing it with the registrar, right? Run has been that has been deleted, not required for incorporation, yes, but for the name change by existing company, run utility is still there. Similarly, in case of Section 8 company, INC 12 for application for registration for application for license by the central government, which is the power is delegated to the registrar. So now for that, application for license has been merged with the Spice Plus incorporation. But for the existing company which wants to get itself converted into Section 8 company, INC 12 is there. So you need to apply for the license. Right, and then we talk about Section 10A, which was introduced for commencement of business declaration to be filed by every company after incorporation within 180 days, of course. And Rule 8A, which was amended just to delete the word for a trademark. Anyone who has applied for the trademark not yet registered, right? Not yet registered. So now there cannot be any objection for that. Now objection for trademark for reservation of name will be there only in case of a registered trademark, right? So this is from my side. So now in the next video I'll come up with the more amendments related to a particular topic. So what I am trying, instead of going with the amendment, the complete amendment with a recording of 2 or 3 hours, so I'll be coming with a short videos so that it will be easily understood to you, or you can easily view that without giving much time to it, right? So today it was incorporation. So in the next video I'll come up with the more videos, maybe related to whatever the amendments have, alteration in memorandum and article of association with respect to the prospectus and allotment of securities. So whatever the amendments, so things that I will be coming up with the more videos with more topics of the Companies Act, right? So thank you very much, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Do, if you like it, do like it, subscribe it, and share my YouTube channel so that it can reach to the maximum students, right? Chaliye, see you in the next video very soon. Till then, have a nice day, take care, bye bye.